Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're diving into the mind-blowing story of Ender's Game, a sci-fi thriller where a young genius is humanity's last hope. Long ago, in a future not too far from now, strange and terrifying creatures called Formics launched a brutal invasion, wiping out millions of humans across Earth. Just when hope seemed lost, a fearless pilot named Major made a heroic choice. He crashed his fighter jet right into the heart of the Formics' massive spaceship, sacrificing himself to save our world. Fast forward 50 years, and humanity has learned from that sacrifice. At a secret training ground known as the International Fleet, young kids are being shaped into warriors. These children aren't ordinary, they're trained through intense battle simulations and war games, preparing for the day they must defend Earth from the Formic threat once again. Every kid had a small monitor strapped around their neck, tracking every move and skill they showed. Ender stood out. His talent was so incredible that the others thought he was cheating. But Ender never paid any attention to those doubts. Colonel Graff was confident that Ender would be the true hero of their team. However, Major Anderson believed that skill alone wasn't enough. A real leader needed more than just talent. Then one day, Ender was called into the lab and told that his monitor was going to be removed. That marked the end of Ender's program. The surgery was painful, but as soon as he stepped out of the lab, a group of jealous kids surrounded him. They accused him of cheating and tried to pick a fight. Without the monitor on his neck, Ender stood his ground and defended himself. He taught their leader a lesson strong enough to make the others back off. Meanwhile, Graff and Anderson watched everything unfold through the cameras. Graff was clearly impressed by Ender's reaction. Later, when Ender got home, he shared the whole story with his sister Valentine. Later that night at dinner, Ender's parents reassured him he didn't do anything wrong by defending himself. Then, unexpectedly, Graff and Anderson showed up at their home. They asked Ender a few questions, and finally told him he had passed the test. They saw that he fought to protect himself, not because he enjoyed hurting anyone. Graff believed Ender's mind was just as sharp as Major Anderson's. That's why he wanted him back in the program. This time, Ender would graduate without the monitor and head straight to battle school. After thinking it over, Ender agreed, and soon, he found himself aboard a spaceship, heading into the unknown. Ender wasn't alone on the journey. He was headed to battle school along with a group of other kids. On the way, he met two of them, Bean and Eli. Not long after, Graff came to check on them, and Ender cracked a small joke. That's when Graff told everyone that Ender was the smartest kid in the entire class. Suddenly, all eyes were on him. When they finally arrived at battle school, Ender pulled Graff aside and said that now everyone hated him because of what he said. But Graff didn't back down. He told Ender that if they wanted to win this war, the army needed a real leader. Later, when Ender arrived at his room, a few kids were already there waiting, sizing him up, ready to test his skills. But before anything could go down, Sergeant Dapp burst in. He wasn't happy. With a serious tone, he laid out the strict rules of battle school, making it clear that this place was no joke. In class, Graff explained everyone's responsibilities. He played a video of Major's big win, showing the destruction of an alien spaceship. It was supposed to be inspiring, but to Ender, something about it felt off. The next morning, their squad was brought to the battle room. Graff sent Ender in first. One by one, the others followed, floating into the zero-gravity arena. Slowly but surely, they started figuring out how to move, how to balance, and how to survive in this strange new battlefield. Later, Ender and Bean teamed up to test out their weapons. That's when they discovered something important. If a shot hit any part of the body, that part would freeze up and become unusable. Soon after, Graff called everyone back and explained the bigger picture. The battle room wasn't just for practice anymore. They'd now be competing against other teams from the school. Then Sergeant Dapp stepped in to explain the rules of the game. A hit to the enemy's arm or leg would earn you 1 point. A shot to the chest? That was worth 6. And if a player could reach the enemy's gate without getting hit, their team would win the match, no matter the score. For the next 3 months, Ender threw himself into training. Every day was intense. Along with zero-gravity battles, they were taught alien flight patterns and trained in martial arts. But something kept bothering Ender. He felt like they weren't being told the full truth. No one had ever explained exactly how Major managed to defeat the alien fleet. It was like a secret no one wanted to share. One day, Graff pulled Ender aside and told him he needed to step up to become the leader everyone could follow. But Ender wasn't sure he was ready. Everyone here felt so different, so distant. And the truth was, Ender didn't have a single friend at battle school. One evening, Graff told the class some students from the next level hadn't made it to command school. That meant this was their chance to step up. The next day, their teacher announced the results of the deep space navigation test. Only 3 kids had passed: Eli, Bean, and Ender. Hearing this, Bernard immediately accused them of cheating. But later at lunch, the other kids left Bernard alone and chose to sit with Ender instead. That evening, Ender found a game on his tablet and started playing. Eli was there too, watching him play. In the game, Ender controlled a little mouse. In the game, the mouse had to choose between 2 glasses. But no matter which glass Ender picked, the mouse would end up dying. Frustrated, Ender finally decided to attack the monster right in front of him. When he defeated it, he passed the level. Eli was puzzled and asked why that happened. Ender explained, "The Academy wants to make us aggressive." Meanwhile, Graf and Anderson were watching the game too. It was actually another test. Anderson was surprised to see Ender win, because no one had ever done that before. This proved one thing for sure: Ender was an exceptional player. The next morning, Ender woke up to find a strange man covered in tattoos standing right in front of him. Ender was startled when the man suddenly punched him and warned, "Don't trust anyone. Not even your teachers." That man was no one else but Major himself, alive and right there. Ender told him, "There's something I've been wondering about for a long time. Whenever we watch the videos of your attack, the moment the alien ship explodes, the footage always cuts out." The Major nodded and decided it was time to show Ender the full video. And that's when the real truth was revealed. As the full video played, Ender saw something shocking. When the Major destroyed the main alien mothership, all the other Formic ships suddenly stopped attacking. One by one, they began falling from the sky, lifeless. The Major explained, "You have to think of the Formics like ants. They follow their queen's orders. Without her, they can't think or act, they just die." He went on to say, "That's why they never show you the full video. No one's sure if I really wiped out the queen completely. Which means, we can't fully trust our own strategy." If the Formics had built a new army, then one thing was clear: there had to be a new queen on their planet. The Major believed the Formics had come to Earth originally in search of water. But now, the situation had changed. He introduced Ender to his new battle team, the ones who would train and fight alongside him. The squad included Bernard, Bean, Petra, and Eli. Then, the Major shared something serious. The Formics have been growing their army faster than ever. That's why we need to strike first, before they even think about attacking us. Still, deep down, Ender wasn't fully convinced. Ender believed that if the aliens were minding their own business, then maybe humans shouldn't be the ones to strike first. Still, the next phase of their training began with high-stakes battle simulations designed to mimic real war. In every mission, Ender would lead the operation, while his teammates controlled entire fleets of drone armies. Their top priority? Protecting the MD-500, a powerful weapon capable of destroying the alien queen. At first, everything went smoothly. Battle after battle, Ender's team crushed the enemy with precision and ease. But as the months rolled on, the simulations got harder, tougher than anything they'd faced before. And then, one day, Ender lost his first battle. After that loss, the Major didn't hold back. He scolded Ender hard. But Ender stood his ground. He said, "If we don't take risks, we'll never win." Later that day, a high-priority order came down. Tomorrow, Ender and his team would face their final simulation. And if they won, Ender would officially become commander of the real army. The next morning, Ender stood side by side with his team, ready. In the command room, Graf, the Major, and a crowd of top-ranking officers gathered to watch. This simulation? It was set right on the Formic aliens' home planet. And as soon as it started, the enemy's massive army appeared. Ender didn't hesitate. He ordered Eli to activate the MD-500. Petra? She locked onto the swarm and unleashed the weapon's full power. But the moment they launched the MD-500, the rest of the alien fleet abandoned their planet and came charging straight at them. Now the MD-500 needed time to recharge, just a few seconds. But it felt like forever. So Ender made a bold call. He used the same strategy from the battle room. He surrounded their main weapon with smaller ships, turning them into a moving shield. Then he ordered Petra to guide the MD-500 straight toward the alien planet. As they entered the atmosphere, the heat started burning through their defense shield. That's when Ender sent Bean forward with drones to clear a path, holding back the enemy so the MD-500 could reach its target. And just as the MD-500 reached the alien planet, it was fully charged. Ender gave Petra the order to fire. In an instant, the entire Formic planet lit up in flames. Every last alien wiped out. They'd won. Everyone around him started celebrating, cheering like it was the biggest victory in history. But Ender just stood there, confused. The simulation wasn't ending. The planet on the screen was still burning, still real. And then, Major and Graf walked in behind him and thanked him. That's when it hit him. This wasn't a simulation. This was the real war. He had actually destroyed an entire species. The moment Ender realized the truth, he broke down. He started crying uncontrollably. He had sacrificed his own team as shields. He had wiped out an entire alien species, creatures that hadn't even attacked Earth in over 50 years. To the world, he was a hero. But in his own eyes, he was nothing but a killer. Ender started to lose control, panicking, shaking, unable to breathe. A nurse rushed in, gave him a shot, and slowly, he passed out. Later, he woke up in a quiet room. And right there, watching over him, was Petra. Later that night, Ender had a strange dream. he saw a mysterious creature. It was the Formic Queen, the same one who had been visiting him in his dreams all this time. She was trying to communicate, and finally, Ender understood what she wanted. He jumped out of bed and ran out of the room. Petra chased after him with an oxygen tank, but Ender stopped her. He said, "I have to do this alone." He kept walking, until he reached an abandoned building, and there, he saw the Formic Queen, alive, waiting for him beside a glowing orb. And that glowing sphere? It wasn't a weapon, it was an egg. The truth hit Ender hard. The Formics never came to attack Earth. They were just searching for water, for their children. As the Queen stepped closer and gently placed her claw on Ender's shoulder, she sensed it. He wasn't going to hurt her. She backed away. That's when Ender realized she was dying. So, he picked up the egg, and made a promise. "I'll find you a new home." The war was over. In honor of his actions, Ender was promoted and given his own spaceship. And then, he left, heading into the vastness of space, searching for a peaceful planet. A new world where the Formics could be reborn. A second chance, for them, and for him.